The Warriors are figuring it out, especially the young guys. This injury that has occurred to Steph Curry has kind of been a blessing in disguise. Same thing for Wiggins and Jermichael Green, who Jermichael Green missed a game because of illness, and Wiggins has that growing issue, and then we have Andre Iguodala who's going through practice but is yet to participate in a full scrimmage. This has over the last few games we've seen the Warriors rely on the young guys, and it's yielding results. It's yielding results, okay? We're seeing some ingenuity from Steve Kerr with having a master class on how to work rotations, and Dante DiVincenzo starting to figure it out. I thought this was a big win for this team. Yes, it was over the Charlotte Hornets, but still a formidable foe. Any NBA team is a formidable foe. And tonight we got to see, Draymond Green do his thing, 9 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Kevon Looney did his thing, 11 points, 9 rebounds, an assist. Shot efficiently, 50% from the field. Klay Thompson is back, 29 points. Guys, dude, put him in the three-point contest. Put him in the All-Star game. Guys going insane. Jordan Poole starting to pass the ball more, but they brought in Dante DiVincenzo, and you're going to be like, oh, he didn't score a point. He couldn't hit a shot. Dude had 7 assists, 9 rebounds. This is what they need. And then off the bench, you got Anthony Lamb dropping 6 points, 3 rebounds, playing hard-nosed defense. Same thing with Ty Jerome coming in, just being hustling. Then Moses Smoothie, another guy, just hustling. James Wiseman giving, solid minutes as a breather and 10 minutes for Kevon Looney. And then we also saw Jonathan Kuminga. The man went 6 for 6 from the field. He had 2 for 3 from the free throw line, but was getting dominant on both ends. The young guys are figuring it out, and they're using their pressure. They were playing with good pressure, and they held the Hornets to 21.6% from 3. Okay, and no, my apology. They won the game despite shooting 21.6% from 3. Like, they couldn't hit a shot, and the reason they won, this was their first game they've won without having to make at least 12 threes. And look, this is something that I thought was the first and second half were 2 different games, but the first half they had an offensive rating of 118, equivalent to the best offense in the league, and it was their most efficient half-court offense they've had in quite some time. Yeah, the second half was different, but they had 37 points in the paint, which 30 of those points happened in the first half. They're starting to, to figure it out, okay? Like, Kevon Looney's your bedrock, solid foundational center. But then you had, James Wiseman, who both of those guys combined were physically, looking, making Mason Plumlee, who looked like he couldn't stop him. And then you had Lamb, who Anthony Lamb was able to, Anthony Lamb was being put on Plumlee, and they were able to use, this ability to expose Plumlee's, immobility in this small ball lineup that they were running. It was cool because out there they had Dante DiVincenzo, Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Anthony Lamb. And that was like a lineup through these small configurations that they were doing. They were able to just be more athletic and force Plumlee to go into the perimeter and take, this great use of different lineups. And the fact that they used a floppy set a lot more, shout out goldenstateofmind.com for this. But a floppy set is a classic set that gets a movement shooter that's with the choice of going around a staggered screens on one side or a single down screen. And whenever a choice is made, if a defender encounters trouble trying to navigate the screens, the shooter will almost be free to take a jump shot. And we saw Plumlee continually used in these sets where, they would expose him. And I thought that was so smart and great play calling by Steve Kerr. And it was just using the young guys to take advantage of plays like this, where we saw, Dante DiVincenzo be the ball handler, and then you had Draymond Green set a pick and a series of picks from Kevon Looney that let Klay Thompson either get open or Kevon get open. And this is, they just reacted. It's like a RPO in football, read pass option, where, Dante DiVincenzo, when he sees these picks get all set up, he has the option of either hitting the Looney who's cutting to the rim or the three-point shooter that's cutting behind the screen. Because let's say if Jordan Poole is relocating to the weak side, which forces Rozier to be the low man against a bigger Kevon Looney, you're going to take Kevon Looney. But if, Mason Plumlee tails Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson has rooms, you're going to use it. And Steve Kerr is a guy who's an insanely good designer of half-the-time outplays. So we've seen that. Again, shout out Golden State of Mind for some of that information. And we're just seeing with this team without Draymond, with Draymond Green and Klay Thompson, without Andrew Wiggins and Steph Curry, Draymond Green and Klay Thompson are getting these young guys to look good and solid. And I think that's just something that's being overlooked.